Up next, meet Mr. Cochinillo, Tiny de Guzman, who makes one of the best cochinillos in town. Stay tuned, only here on Foodprints.
Right here.
Imagine cochinillo, a roasted suckling piglet, so tender you can actually cut through it with a plate. Wow! I know just the person to go to for melt-in-your-mouth cochinillo. No other than Mr. Cochinillo himself, Tiny de Guzman.
Tine, this cochinillo, how old is this, partner?
Too young for you, Sandy, but it's about 20 to 25 days old.
Okay,
Yeah.
so more or less the same as the one in Butin in Spain, ano?
Yeah.
So makikita mo, may konting fat na. Hindi yung batok
Yeah.
medyo makapal. Okay, how do you start preparing this?
We prepare this once we get it slaughtered. We clean it up. We groom it.
Okay.
You know, we have things to clean the nose, the ears, the eyes, the brows,
Okay.
the nails, everything. Parang nag-parlor yan, spa.
And after the spa treatment given to that piglet, it is brushed with olive oil all over and seasoned with salt.
Now, after putting everything, we're ready to put in the oven.
Okay, sige,
So,
sige. We'll set it
here
up for
we
you.
go. Kindly
Ito.
open the doors.
Jerry, yung oven ito, ah.
Yeah, very, very inspirational, si
Yeah.
Jerry.
Alam mo, this oven is Pinoy made. It's ceramic bricks tapos and heated with charcoal. It's an absolutely interesting oven. So pizza, roast chicken, di ba? You can
Yeah,
bake.
pizza. They
Oo.
started cooking pizzas also.
So ito, perfect mo for your cochinillo.
Yeah, it proves well because of the long hours of cooking.
5 hours of cooking to be exact, at 200 to 250 degrees. And according to Tiny, slow cooking and basting are the best ways to roast the piglet because these methods prevent the meat and skin from drying out. So while that suckling piglet finished in the oven, Tiny had another recipe he wanted me to try. A fidua, which is like a paella but uses noodles instead of rice.
Fidua or
Fidua.
fideo, this is paella but with noodles.
Aha. Medyo uso to sa Spain pero it's not really that well known yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
Sige.
Mga kwento far and in between marami. So, we start with, of course, olive oil.
Okay. Medyo staple ito dito sa bahay mo na olive oil, no?
Healthy pero not too healthy pa rin.
Okay lang.
But at least it's good fat, we can say.
Yeah.
So, we warm it up, okay? And then, we spread the oil in the paellera. Oops.
I know Tiny's family and you guys love to travel and to eat, di ba?
Yes,
From your mom to your
yes.
dad. So, yung exposure nila to good food becomes your standard of satisfaction. So, medyo
Yeah.
mataas yun, which means if you've tried a really good video, that becomes something that you'd like to aspire for, if not better than that.
And dahil foodie si Tiny, I certainly had high expectations for the fidua and cochinillo he was preparing. While we joked about his brother Mikey, who happens to be a good friend of mine, I watched Tiny add on one delicious ingredient after the other. Chopped purple onions, minced aromatic garlic, tomatoes mixed with his special sauce, salt and pepper, seafood broth,
And then, of course, with all, saffron.
Ito na yung ano. This is what
Some of
makes
the
it exotic at saka authentic. You can smell it yung saffron.
It has, dapat dinidikdik daw, pero kuko ko na lang. No.
And then, a friend of mine, si Mirna Sigismundo, they visited a saffron making farm in
Wow.
Spain.
Okay.
I thought it was a very interesting feature.
and after adding a tiny bit of the saffron, which is considered to be the most expensive spice in the world, he covered the paellera and let the mixture simmer for a bit.
So you have to cook them properly.
Ito yung sinasabi kong when you're sitting or you're standing beside someone cooking, pagkatapos mo amoy paella ka.
New perfume? Oh, the fidua. So while my clothes absorbed the smell of the fidua, Tiny placed the remaining clams, mussels, and prawns in the paellera, adding in more stock as the mixture simmered. We then removed them before they were fully cooked, before adding in the squid and the fish.
Ayan. So,
Wow,
tayo di ba?
what a tedious process.
Ba yun?
Something I like calling.
Flavor of love.
And to finish off this labor of love, Tiny added in the noodles, which he cut up to look almost like rice.
I mix the noodles with our sauce broth. with all the seafood.
So wala nang ano yan, wala nang sabaw yan, that's it.
That's it. Now we'll just add a little bit more broth.
Okay.
And then we'll let it sit and simmer. And then after it's cooked, we assemble the seafood
On top.
on top. Yeah, and then we let it rest for a while again.
And speaking of resting, I couldn't wait to get off my feet, drink some wine, and feast on the fidua and cochinillo prepared by Tiny.
Okay.
Paano ba natin na...
Well, napitik na natin. Now, we will try to chop it with this.
Oh, ito na yung sinasabi. I've never seen this actually.
Slowly is enough. You know, wait for the...
Oh my God. Wow, look at that. Look at that.
There you go.
Alam mo, even in Botin, I didn't see this.
Here, try it, Sans.
Sige nga.
Yeah, gentle naman si Sandy. See? There you go.
Yun. Wow.
Yun na yun.
Na mismo. Ito na. Gosh, wow, look at that.
Right here. The part
Wow.
you love.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, no wonder people are going crazy over this.
Try that, Sans.
This one, I have to get the skin also. Alam mo ito, one thing nice about this, because it's young, so the skin is nice and crispy, and it's not too thick, and there's hardly any fat.
Hardly.
And then
It's good fat.
Good fat. Huh.
All olive oil. Yeah, yeah. Like me, I'm good fat.
And then yung meat, because it's young, it's very tender. Wow, tika muna.
Go.
Wow. Tika muna. Kakamayin ko na lang ito.
Go. That's what everybody does. This is usually gone in 60 seconds.
Naku, Tiny, I believe you when you say it's gone in 60 seconds. I try not to eat a lot of pork, but tignan mo naman, I just couldn't help myself.
There you go.
Kaya ito yung favorite part.
Favorite ni Sandy.
Pero ginagawa kong harmonica itong mga ribs eh. Yan, oh, wow, look at that. Oh, fall of the bone talaga. Alam mo, may konting smoky flavor siya, no?
Oh.
Yes.
Teka, before I lose myself in that cochinillo, I had to try that fidua.
Alam mo, this one, it reminds me of the texture of yung rice. Yan. Alam mo, it tastes like paella, but I find the noodles a little bit more tender. They're not as chewy, but sarap ng lasa.
Yep.
Paella lasa. But you know, ma'am, ito talaga iba.
Oops! I lost myself again in that cochinillo, and of course, sira na naman ng diet ko.
The big brick. Cheers.
Okay. Again, cheers. Delicious.
Parties, reunions, potluck parties, Pasko na talaga. For potluck parties, there are certain dishes that you can cook yourself and others that you just rather order.
Cochinillo, hamon, and chocolate.
May mamsi butido, cochinillo, and bringhe.